Hi guys, in this video we are going to add a dark mode to our Nextjs app. As we can see, it's the dark mode now. So when I change to light mode, yeah, we can see it. In order to do this, we have to do three steps. First is to setting up our Nextjs app. If you already have a Nextjs app, use it or just create a new Nextjs app. I'm just going to create a new app on the terminal. npx create next app at latest with the name of dark mode. I'm just going to name the Nextjs app dark mode. We are going to use the TypeScript. Yes, 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 no, yes, and no. I have opened it in a VS Code. Let's just run it now. npm run dev localhost 3000. Yeah, as we can see here, it's already in a dark mode. Next.js comes with dark mode and the light mode. Since my system is in the dark mode now, it shows a dark mode. Let me just change it to light mode here, and we can see everything has been changed to light mode. If I change my system settings to a dark mode like this, it's changed to a dark mode. But the user can't just change like we are doing it here. So in order to do that, let's just install our packages now. Let's go into VS Code, npm install next themes, next hyphen themes, not app. Yeah, we have installed our next themes. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add Shadcn to it. UI.Shadcn. Yeah. I'm in the installation page of Shadcn. I'm just going to use this command here in npm. So npx Shadcn at latest int hyphen d. D will choose the default things like Newark, zinc, and yes for CSS variables. Yeah, once it's installed, let's just go into app global.css, and you can see here this at layer things are all added by Shadcn, and we don't need this things like root media and this body. Let's just remove those. And in page.tsx, let's replace this page with a page from Shadcn. We don't have to do that since we will have a content on your own to add it. But right now, to show you an example, I don't have any content, so I'm just going to take an example from Shadcn so that we can see how the color changes happens when we change between themes. So for that, I'm just going to go to Shadcn again, and when we go to blocks, and make sure you have selected the style New York here. But if you install the Shadcn in default style, you can use default. But if you're following this tutorial, we have installed it in New York style. And if we scroll down below, yeah, we can see a dashboard page here. If you want to see the code of this, you can see it here. I'm just going to copy this entire page. All you have to do is click on copy here, and in our page.css, Control A and Control V. Now we have added that page into our application. One thing we have to do is we have to install these components from Shadcn. So open the terminal and npx Shadcn at latest add. First we have to add our avatar batch button. Yeah, now we can see our errors are gone. Let's just run it now. npm run dev. Yeah, we can see an error here. That's because the component we have copied doesn't have a default keyword in it. Here, let's just add export default. Now there won't be an error. We can see we have components now. Instead of taking the full width, I'm just gonna change it to max. Okay, full width and max width of screen of large and mx of auto to make things center here. Instead of large, let's go with Excel. Yeah, now we have some type of content here. Actually, don't worry about this too much. You just need to add the light theme and the dog theme here. I'm not focusing on the content here. Right now, it's in the right theme. We need to add the toggle button here like this. The button we can see here to change the themes. We need to do the next step now, that is to create a theme provider component and wrap that component around our site. So let's just go to VS Code. I'm just going to minimize everything. In components outside of this UI folder, I'm going to create a file called ThemeProvider.tsx. This component is going to be a client component, so use client. I'm just gonna use shortcut RFCE to create a basic component. I'm just gonna remove this and add export default here itself. And we have a theme provider here. Okay. It is going to take the children here, children, and the props going to be of type theme provider props. Let's just import it. Import curly brackets type theme provider props from next theme slash dist slash types of div theme provider. Since we have the same name here, we can't import it from next. What we can do is that import this theme provider as next themes provider from next themes provider. Yeah, we can see it works now. And here we are going to add our props here so that our children can have these props. And here we are going to have our children. Yeah, our themes provider page is done now. So we can wrap this component in our layout.tsx file. We can just minimize all things, and in app directory inside layout.tsx file. So inside our body tag, we are going to do one thing, is that theme provider from component, and let's wrap it around the children and control S. So we need to add few things here, like attribute will be equal to class, and default theme can be anything. Now let's add doc to see how it looks. Enable system, disable transition on change. Let's see how it looks now. We can see our doc theme now. If we change it back to light theme in our layout.tsx, we can see our light theme. One thing we can also do is, if we use system here, it is going to take whatever theme we are using in our system and it's going to add it in our site. And if the user want to change it, they can change it via our toggle. The next step is to add the toggle. For that, we are going to create another file in the components folder. Let's create a file named ModeToggle.tsx. This is going to be a client component. Use client RFCE. I'm just gonna copy this thing to here. We have our initial component ready, so we need like two icons. So if we go here, yeah, we need this icon, and when we go to light theme, we need this icon. Yeah, for that, what we can do is we can import it from Lucid icons or React icons. I think Shadcn will have the packages installed already. Yeah, it has React icons installed now. We can just use it. We can start with const curly braces set theme is equal to use theme from next themes, and we are going to return a drop down menu. So make sure you're importing the drop down menu from your .ui folder instead of Radix UI. Inside the drop down menu, let's open a trigger for drop down menu. Drop down drop down menu trigger. Okay, this we are going to use it as child. Okay, this is going to be our trigger. So let's use a button of capital B from our UI folder. This button is going to be a variant of outline, and size is going to be of a size of an icon, which comes predefined from Shadcn. If you just close it, we have like two icons here. One is the sun icon and the moon icon. We can add our sun icon from Radix UI React icons. Class name is going to be of, let's just keep it empty here to see how it looks. So we have an error here. It says that it cannot find the drop down menu. Okay, it's not imported correctly. That's why we had that error. I'm just gonna press Ctrl S. So right now we just have a sun icon here to add a little bit of CSS if we need. We have not called it yet, right? So we need to call this ModeToggle in our page.tsx. So we need it here after this my account icon. So I'm just gonna search for my account. Yeah, we can find it here. So this is a drop down from here. We are going to add our ModeToggle here. We go here and press refresh. Yeah, we can see our sun icon here. If we click, nothing happens since we have not built anything here. So ModeToggle, same as sun icon, we can add moon icon. We want the sun icon during the day and the moon icon during the night, right? So the sun icon in dark mode, like the scale is going to be 100 normally, and in dark mode the scale should be of 0. I do that. Right now we are in the night mode. Now we can see our sun icon is gone. Or instead of scale, I'm just gonna type dark mode hidden. Yeah, how will it work? And let's just move it. Control S. Yeah, it works now. It is hidden normally, but in dark mode it is block. Okay, we can see it clearly now. Let's add our content now. Drop down menu content from UI folder. Yeah. Here we are going to add 3 items, like one for light mode and one for dark mode and one for the system. Drop down menu item from UI folder. We are going to have the text light here, and when we are clicking this, we are going to have our set theme as light. Same goes for dark mode and also for system. So dark and dark here, and system here. When we save it, now when you click here, you can see there are 3 text appears. If I click on light, it changes to light. If I click on dark, it changes to dark. If I use system, it uses the default theme from our system. One thing we can notice is that you can see when we click here, it's like aligned in the left side, but here we have it in the center. We needed to change that. For that, we can just go to our drop down content, and we can just go to align is equal to end. Yeah. Now we can see that it looks good. We have added our light mode and dark mode. One thing is that right now we can say it's all in black and white colors. If you want to change your colors, you can just if you go to theme. Yeah, if you go to theme, you can customize here. You can select any color you want. For example, let me just go with green. You can see in New York style, with green color, and you can change the radius size if you want. And in the dark mode, in light mode, it looks like this, and in the dark mode, it looks like this. So in order for us to get the code from this, so if you're okay with this coloring scheme, just click on copy code. We can see we have a layer base here. We can just copy it and close it and open VS Code. In VS Code, if you go to global.css, instead of this layer base, so if we replace it with our copied one and Control S, so I have changed the existing layer with the one we have copied now. If we go to our localhost, we can see that it has already changed here. So the only color we had in this component is this view all. That's why it's like this. If I change it to dark mode, we can see our dark mode appears now. I think we are done here. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe and thanks for watching.